It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. We're just moments away from the action, just ahead on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big.
All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. Leading him out, someone we're all very excited to watch. This rookie quarterback from the University of Oklahoma.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both. You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Up to the races, middle of the field. He does it, touchdown. These guys don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Brown now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He's trying to push the field. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now it's third and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Chicago first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that one's unsuccessful.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Here he is to throw on third and 2. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys tie this game 7-7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most, and we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A tight end in motion now. Short side option here, he's running left. He's out near midfield and still going. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. 2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. they're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They give it to him again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 43. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Running back sent in motion. He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They've got first down from the 31. Putting a receiver in motion. They'll throw it again. Cut out left. He's got it in the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
From the red zone now. He's on the move. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass on a 4th down instead. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Finds the in route complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing from the gun. Brought in right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Another carry for him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw now. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The vet in his 14th season, still knocking him through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd and 3 now. Plowing up the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give him a first down. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, In a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Chicago getting set to take the field now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Back now, pressure on its way. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Pass play coming here. Throw left side, complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. He's going to field this at the 2. And look at this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Juke the defender. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing now from the gun. Searches from the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st. It is caught left side. It's a pickup of 11, and it'll give him a 1st down. They'll try and throw it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. 2nd and 3. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Japan. New set of downs for him from the 46. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 39. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And they take him down right along the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 24. Dumps it off to his running back. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Sending the tight end in motion left. From the red zone now. And the Chicago touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys drive their lead to 11.
Our home team, 13.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To throw here on first down. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 2.
2nd and 8. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And 8 yards to go.
Setting up a throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. We've reached halftime, and it's a comfortable 11-point lead for him at the break. Now let's get you back stateside. Jonathan Coachman waiting patiently to check in, bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much.
Getting right back to the start of the second half. Brings in the kick at the 9. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be a 1st down. Blown back, gets the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 26-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up first down. Working inside the red zone. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like...
And that's cut in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this
Previous play
was
is under
indeed a
review.
touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. And this play will not reach the end zone. He's held out, and they will not take another 2 points off that lead. That came right up to the doorstep of success. Nice play, though, to make some contact and stop him a yard shy of the conversion.
Yeah, these defenders, they just want to get to that next play. After you give them a touchdown, even if it's not their fault, right? Snap and clear. And that hyper-focus and extra motivation led them to sniffing out that call and being able to react just in the nick of time.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
One of the tight ends motioning left. 2nd and 4. Complete over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. They send a man in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. These guys push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And his guys push the lead up to 12. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this second half. Play action on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Takes off right out of the read option. He loses the football. Scooped up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, listen, I'm all for quarterbacks as artists, right? You can't be a blacksmith. You've got to be an artist. You've got to create back there. But when the world of got-tos, you also got to hold on to the ball. That's a big-time turnover.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Throwing now, following the turnover. That one's complete over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's the handoff. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here we go. 2nd and very long. Gets the feet in. That's a catch.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking for a throw here. The throw is caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll throw it again. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
This, our last play of the quarter. They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. This is the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth. Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys now within 1 score in the fourth. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Brown now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Brought in right side. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 2nd and 3 now. From the 23. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running back, motioning right. They'll throw on 1st. He's got a man left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Throwing the out route complete. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll give him a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They give it to him again. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Yeah, 2 things come into play when you get to these goal-to-go situations, Kate. I always love mixing cadence. I know it can be dangerous because you can give up 5 yards, but also if you're aggressive with it, you can get a free down, but it gets your guys excited to get off the football and get that surge. Well, that group offensively did not get on that one.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that trims the lead to just a couple.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. All in left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. 2nd and 3 now. Handoff now out of the gun. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory. Tackled at midfield. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And that's a Chicago 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. This time it's a passing play. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 37. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw it. Pass is caught at the 9. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Point after upcoming, this for a 2-score lead to potentially clinch the win. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys push the lead to 2 scores now. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Gotta hurry this to the line. He'll throw it yet again. Cut out left. And he's gonna be stopped at the 17-yard line. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. From the 17. The throw is caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They've got to keep moving quick here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Looking for somewhere to throw. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Oh, he lost the football! It's picked up by the defense. It's a foot race. The 50. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. These guys could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell, they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coaches up here in the booth scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the players on the sideline scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one. It hit the deck, and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive, massive scoop and score touchdown.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It was a great effort from our winners, as with that, we'll say sayonara from Tokyo.